What's Queen OG talking about?
She's
She
talking
says
about.
electric bills. Oh, never mind. I know.
I wish.
Yeah.
Well, you all can explain how it works in the UK with electric
It's right.
bills and
I try
you
to,
know.
but that's where I'm careful. Unless I have proof that something is a lie
No,
or
I think I
deception,
think
I
can we
won't
talk
say it.
in
Yeah.
generalities about how it works?
Right. Well, in short, with electricity companies, there are usually a couple of different modes of payment. You can pay in advance of having your power supply. So it's usually you pay in advance of getting your actual supply. So you pay for an estimated usage. That's usually every 3 months, or depending, maybe even every 6 months if you have a very large bank account. It's only for certain people. The more common option is that you pay monthly for your electricity, for the electricity that you have used. But there is also a third option, which is that you have a meter and a card, and that is used as a prepayment option, where you literally take the little card, you apply a certain amount of credit to the card, that is then converted into an amount of electricity units depending on the time of year, and you get to use those.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the typical electric bill might be for a month there?
It's there is a large range in that because obviously, like most homes, it depends on the size of your home. It depends on if you're using
Say
electricity for your heating, your gas, your cooking, or your
let's
heating, your
let's
cooking,
assume
all the things.
that it's all the house is all electric, and let's say it's like a two bedroom, three bedroom apartment.
Well, if you were going under the current prepayment uh, card equivalent, you could be talking of at least putting £50 on that per week, at least, and that's with minimal usage. Our electricity bills have gone up massively, and I think it's something that hasn't hit America in quite the same way, at least not yet. It's something that happens in Africa at the moment, mainland Europe. Also, we're getting a touch of this where there is an issue, shall we say, with the supply line, depending on governments and whatever. And as everything gets blamed on the coronavirus, that's a backlog issue as well. That's just an excuse. But there is a crisis happening with energy. As it is spoken of on a daily basis here, how our electricity bills have gone up 500% since this time last year. So it has increased massively. Our wages or benefit payments have not gone up to meet that cost of living increase. So a lot of people are suffering. However, our country has been through this before. Like in the 1970s, there were rolling brownouts or blackouts where um, your electricity would be cut off every couple of days in order to lighten the load on the system, if you like.
We get that
And
here too sometimes.
yeah, well, it was done on a constant basis. And I think that is what's happening in parts of Africa right now. South Africa is going through that on a daily basis, where at the moment you have 12 hours out of a 24-hour period with no electricity. And then you have to somehow try and fit in daily life into that. So if you have any sort of job, any sort of children to feed, any sort of washing to do, it's a nightmare. So yeah, has the price gone up? Absolutely. Now, this is where I get myself into trouble. If you're going to then cast judgment on people like Susan whenever she needed help getting a washing machine, and then call her a scammer for asking for people to donate for a washing machine without proof that she was a scammer, you then have to expect the same energy back whenever you are in your time of need. That's where I would be fair. People accuse things that they just think is happening, or they just don't like that person and therefore it's fact. It shouldn't be like that. Either prove it or don't say it. I'm not saying that Hopey is a scammer. I'm not. But I'm just saying I think that's where a lot of the unfortunate opinion is coming from right now on that situation. She was happy to say it about other people, so she'll get it back. Maybe.
Yeah. No,
I
I
don't even
agree.
know